Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Link Edwards and Ramos here, and welcome back to yet another Minecraft video. And today we are going to be doing a triple mod review. That's right, we're going to be reviewing 3 mods in one video. It's going to be very interesting because we've got the Mutant Creatures mod, the Mutant More mod, and Mutant Villager. Well, the first mod I mentioned is actually Mutant Beasts, but you get what I'm saying. It's actually like a port of Mutant Creatures for like some of the later versions of Minecraft. So, let's get right in. It's got these mods have got quite a bit of stuff, and it's all really cool. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first mob we have is the Mutant Zombie. He's got 150 health, and of course he has these like abilities of his, like the smashing attack, of course. Which is like his main ability. Oh, and he threw me. That's another one of his abilities. I should have probably got me some enchanted golden apples before starting the review. Alright, let's get back into it. He threw me. And of course, he's got like one other ability, which is his More ability, and when he does that, he summons in a bunch of other zombie mutants. You've probably seen that. He wants to roar at me. But he's throwing me a bunch. And when he dies, he's like pretty much downed, but he resurrects like 3 different times, each with 40 health. Yeah, you're definitely gonna have one hell of a time fighting this guy. If I were to set the time tonight, he would start regenerating health at night, like he always does. One of his notable abilities, since he's considered he likes to attack. So yeah, he is down once again. So he's gonna get up one more time. And when he actually dies, he drops the whole hammer, which is a cool weapon. It does like 9 attack damage. Are you serious? Sorry about that, guys. Something just had to happen when I was reviewing the mods. So yeah, the whole hammer, 9 attack damage, 1 attack speed. You can use it to attack other mobs like this cow over here. 9 damage. And of course, if you right click with it, it does the same smashing ability that the Mutant Zombie does. It has a cooldown, so you can't really spam it as much as him. And of course you can't. Of course it was. And of course it didn't have a cooldown in earlier versions. Okay, so the next mob we have is the Mutant Creeper. His most notable ability is his headbutt, which is, of course, he does that a lot. Another of his abilities, he summons in these creeper minions, and that other ability, he's jumping. Another ability of his before that one was like he was healing himself. And of course, other explosions would heal him. So yeah. Oh, he's trying to heal. Oh, And when he does that, he actually has thorns on. I did not notice that before. He jumped twice in a row. Oh, looks like he's jumping again. And when he dies, he has a devastating finishing move. It does an explosion that does quite a bit of damage. And of course, when he explodes, he drops like a creeper egg, which will eventually turn into a creeper minion if you wait long enough, or if you blow it up enough times with a TNT or something. And of course, additionally, you can wear it on your head as like a little hat. But also, you can also break it, have a chance of giving you gunpowder, or what is known as the Creeper Shard. It does 3 attack damage, but additionally you can right click and it will cause an explosion that will deal some damage to mobs. So yeah, it's a pretty cool weapon. Right now it's probably got like some kind of charge cooldown or something. It's got limited durability. Alright, so now we got that out of the way. Next we have is Spider Pig. One of his, and of course, he's usually not hostile at first, but if you attack him, he will attack you. And he goes around, and he will try to catch you in webs. And when he dies, he drops string and pork, which makes sense considering that he's a mix of a spider and a pig. The Mutant Snow Golem is up next, and he leaves a snow trail no matter where he goes. And if you right click him, you can actually have him as like a pet. So he will follow you around, and he will fight mobs for you. Like if I were to summon, like, say, a husk, he would immediately start going after it. He's got 80 health, and he completely owned that husk by throwing ice blocks at it. And I forgot to mention how much health the Mutant Creeper had. He had 120. Of course, when the Mutant Snow Golem dies, he drops a bunch of snowballs, as you guys can see here, like 4 and something, like over 4.5 stacks. Alright, next is the Mutant Enderman. He's got 200 health. He's got quite a bit of abilities, and when you attack him, he got 4. He's doing this force look ability where he blinds you as he teleports away. Oh, there's his cloning ability where he summons in a bunch of Ender clones. Oh, he's pissed. And when he does that, he pretty much stops rain and gives you some horrible effects normally. And now he's doing his clone move again. And of course, one of his other abilities is Telesmash, where he grabs you and then teleports you in the air. That's what he just did! He just freaking killed me. I'm gonna have to go back over there in order to fight him again. I forgot to set my spawn point. Alright, Mutant Enderman. Let's get back into survival. Have these apples here. Oh, he just did telesmash again. And now he's... He does that move. And once again, he's doing the clone move and telesmash. It's like he's doing a combination of like a lot of different abilities. I can barely tell which one is him. Oh, I found him. Oh, seriously, he keeps doing telesmash. And of course he blinded me again. Oh, and now he's grabbing blocks. That's another one of his abilities where he grabs blocks and throws them at you. Again, he's got the clone ability. Now he's spamming telesmash. Oh, no, he's cool. Seriously, at 1 health, he actually... I nearly had finished him off, and now he's doing the clone move again. Oh, looks like I found him again. Okay, now, when he's about to die, he will do this other finishing move, and you will have to... and which will throw you around, and with these, like, these Ender Soul fragments. They do a lot of damage, seriously. And of course, if you collect enough, you can actually drop an Eye of Ender, and you will get the Ender Soul hand. The amount of Ender Soul fragments depends on how much durability it will have. It has 6 attack damage, but of course, its main ability that you can see is it picks up blocks, and you can throw them with it, much like he does. Last of the mutant beasts is the mutant skeleton. So he smacks you with his bow, he jumps up, he shoots you with his bow from afar, which gives you effects depending on like he can poison you, he can slow you, or he can weaken you. And I think another one of his abilities is that he can grab you with his rib cage like that. Really hard to fight him from close range because he will just smack you away from him if when you get hit. And when he dies, he explodes into a bunch of body parts, which you will have to right click to collect. And then of course when you get all of them, you can actually craft that into his armor. So I'll just get every single bit of bones here. Okay, I think that's the last of them. Or no, there has to be 6 ribs. Yeah, it has to be 6 ribs for the big rib cage. Oh, there it is. There's the last one. Let's see if I really crafting table. I would be able to put these ribs together for the rib cage, the limbs, to to make the boots, as well as the pelvis to make the leggings, and of course the arms with the shoulder pads and the rest of the limbs. And if I were to combine the arms and the rib cage, it would make the chest plate. So yeah, we now have the entire mutant skeleton set, which gives us speed and jump boost for an unlimited amount of time, but of course it has less defense than Netherite. And of course what this does, it actually increases your bow efficiency. So if I were to give myself a bow and some arrows, I would be able to use this on, like, you can see the drawback, like, see the draw time on a bow is a lot quicker with this armor on. But of course, like if I were to get, like, say, Mutant Snow Golem, normally the bow does 3 damage with the armor if you don't jump, but if you jump before shooting, it does 17 damage. That is insane. So yeah, it really makes you a lot more range efficient with this armor. And it kind of essentially makes you like a machine, makes you shoot arrows like a machine gun, like in the old days of Minecraft. Now, before we get into the other mods, I want to show you some other item here called Chemical X. It's got no crafting recipe for some weird reason. If I were to summon a snow golem and throw this at him, you would notice that he would start like having these skull particles around him. And this can be used to actually turn mobs into their mutant form. So if I were to like throw a bunch of these at these snow golems, yeah, that one just turned into a mutant snow golem with this one. And these other, and there's like 3 others ones here. And that seems about it for Mutant Beasts. Okay, so now for the other mutant mods. So now for Mutant More. Alright, got the mobs. I'm gonna get the armor on. I'm gonna get the sword. I'm gonna get enchanted golden apples. Now we're on to the mutant. Now we're on to the Mutant More mod, which adds in like 5 other mutant mob variants to the game. So let's get started, shall we? The first mob we have here is the Mutant Husk. As you can see, it's like a mutant version of the Husk. It looks similar to the Mutant Zombie, but it's a Husk instead. He's got similar abilities to that of the Mutant Zombie, where he smashes the ground with his arms. And of course, pretty sure he would regenerate health at night. Yeah, he regenerates health at night. Oh, and he just threw me, and I just completed the challenge Husk Smash. He threw me again! Another one of his abilities, Now the mutant husk does the roar thing. That's another thing that the mutant does too. Oh, another thing that the mutant husk does. He throws sand blocks at you. So yeah, that's like his ranged attack. So that's one thing that the mutant husk does that the mutant zombie does not. Yeah, he's throwing me again. He's still over there, and he's throwing sand blocks again. It's kind of, the animation looks similar to the but of course, if you do kill him, you will get a empty cactus jug, and you can use this a cactus. I would have to get myself into a desert biome. I'm in the desert biome. If I were to use this empty cactus jug on a cactus, it would fill it up, would make a filled cactus jug. So if I were to drink this, it gives us the unlikely refreshment challenge, and it gives us saturation, absorption, and regeneration for a short time. It's kind of hard to see the saturation because it only lasts so little. So if I were to give myself hunger 7, it would actually erase the hunger from me. And of course, let's see here. If I were to take damage like that, try to regenerate my health. Of course, the hunger effect is, that's when the hunger effect takes place. I'm going to try to whittle my hunger down so that way I can actually test to see how much hunger the filled cactus jug gives. That should do it. So yeah, it fills up half of your hunger back, the small saturation effect, and it gives you like the short amount of regeneration and absorption, kind of like a golden apple in a sense. But of course the absorption doesn't last as long as a golden apple, so yeah. Next up we have the Mutant Wither Skeleton. He's similar to the Mutant Skeleton in some ways, but he is a lot more dangerous, as you can see. He just one-shot me with his, like, mutant claymores. I'm gonna have to get another one. So yeah, now we have the Mutant Wither Skeleton. He just grabbed me with his whip cage, kind of like the Mutant Skeleton does. But yeah, it's a lot more deadly than the Mutant Skeleton. He has 150 health. And he is a force to be reckoned with. He does not mess around with those mutant claymore grenades. And of course, when he dies, he turns into a bunch of bones, kind of similar to the normal mutant skeleton. So yeah, if we were to get all of his bones from around here, sometimes they spread to weird places. Here's his skull. How much health did the mutant husk have? at 150. So yeah, it looks like I got all of his body parts now, so now I just need a crafting table to assemble all of this. So yeah. It's pretty much the same like the Wither Skeleton. Mutant skeleton, I mean. So yeah, we crafted the mutant wither skeleton rib cage, the leggings with these, the arms, and the boots. And of course, if we put these together, we get the chest plate. Oh, scary! This armor actually looks sick. It's really awesome. It gives strength and haste for an unlimited amount of time. And I think one of the other weapons he has a chance of, one of the other things he has a chance of dropping is the Mutant Claymore, but I'm not sure if it drops 100% of the time. So Claymore. Withered Claymore. That's what it is. So yeah, it drops off of. So yeah, it has a chance of dropping off the mutant wither skeleton. It does 9 attack damage, but it has a very slow attack speed, and it looks like a freaking awesome sword. That's like one of the coolest looking swords I've seen thus far in these mods. So let's see if I were to. Oh yeah, I think it gives like more strength when you jump. It just one shot that sheep. So if I were to get another mutant snow golem here, 12 damage normally. 18 damage on a critical hit. Oh yeah, 15 damage when charging. Okay, so when sprinting it gives you strength too. That's what it is. So yeah, so sorry about this with Soul Golem. And while we're at it, we can probably also show the Mutant Blaze. He's got like a tornado ability. He's got 150 health. Oh, he just threw a fireball at me. Oh, he shot an explosive fireball. So yeah, those ones are very dangerous, as you can see. He just shot another one. What is he like throwing me around? Skeleton, the mutant wither skeleton's armor is really And the mutant blaze just exploded. And of course, when he does explode, he turns into a bunch of blaze rods. They have a chance of exploding. But if you're lucky enough, you can actually pick them up off the ground and pretty much get, like, I don't know how many times the amount of a normal blaze drop. But it is crazy. And the explosion seems to knock some of the other ones into the air. And he also drops this, the Mutant Blaze Core. And, oh yeah, one of these rods turned into a rodling, which can serve as like a little pet. That can fight by your side. So yeah, if I were to summon, let's say, a sheep, the little rodling would go and attack it, which is quite nifty, I would say. It's kind of similar to the creeper minion. I think what you have to do is feed it blaze rods in order to regenerate its health. Oh, I summoned another one. There's a lot of, there's still more blaze, there's still more rods on the ground, so I'll pick those up. Another rodling and another rodling. I have 4 rodlings on my side. 5 actually. And 21 blaze rods from me. Wait, there's still one more here. 22! 22 blaze rods. That is crazy. Normally, a normal blaze wouldn't even be able to drop this much. Yeah. And you can even have like these little pets on your side. Pretty interesting, I'll say. So you can make... So with the Mutant Blaze Core, you can craft it with cobblestone and redstone dust to make the rodling checker. It's kind of like the creeper minion tracker, but except it's for the rodlings instead of the creeper minions. So if I can get myself. So if I were to combine these in a crafting table, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. If I use this, you can use this to like make it so you can like burn blocks, always show its name, and you can use it to write on its shoulder, right on your shoulder too. Kind of like a parrot in some way, where it's right on your shoulder. So yeah, very nifty pet in this mod. Let's put these rodlings to the test actually, and see how well they do against the mutant hoglin. Mutant hoglins just... But the rodlings seem to be fighting it. Oh, that is a pretty devastating attack. That smash ability. You can see it like smashes in like a very large radius. It just threw me. that charade is over. We are back for real this time. So, the Mutant Hoglin can also knock you in the air with his tusks. And of course, when you kill him, he drops the Mutant Hoglin horn, which can be used in a brewing stand to make a potion of hog power. And what the hog power effect does, kind of like gives you like health resistance, speed, health boost, speed, and it damages surrounding mobs around you. And now we are on to the Mutant Shulker, which of course, as you can see, he summons a lot of bullets. And of course, another one of those notable abilities is that he has legs and he can move around with his legs. And these shulker bullets actually move a lot faster than a normal one. And the levitation effect is really annoying. The Mutant Shulker and the Mutant Hoglin both have 150 health. Yeah, you can see he's got the legs there. And he can like spin around in the air, shoot more shulker bullets before coming back down. He is crazy. Even more powerful than a normal shulker. I'm gonna have to give myself a bow. Mutants hunted. So yeah. When you kill the Mutant Shulker, he drops a Mutant Shulker box, which is not what it seems actually. Normally, you would think of using a Shulker box as a storage item, right? Well, this one is actually a lot different. So what this one does, it acts as a trap for mobs. And of course, you can even get in it yourself. Looks kind of awkward, but you can easily get out of it with no big problem at all. Like if I were to push a sheep in there, it traps the sheep inside. And of course, kind of hard to use after that, though. So yeah, if you wanted to heap like a mob inside of a cage like this, now you can. And before we move on to the Mutant Villager mod, I also want to show you Formula Y and Compound Z. To make Formula Y is you put obsidian in a potion of harming with a brewing stand. And that's how you make Formula Y. Then you make Compound Z, which is then made with Formula Y and a Mutant Blaze Core, as well as a Creeper Shard from Mutant Beasts, Hulk Hammer, Mutant Hoglin Tusk, Mutant Skeleton Skull, Mutant Wither Skeleton Skull, Ender Soul, and the Ender Soul Hand. As you can see, this mod is actually compatible with Mutant Beasts, which makes it all the more reason if you want to download this. And lastly, we have the Mutant Villager, which is from its own mod. And of course, whenever you spawn in if you spawn in one next to another one, they really do not like each other. They have 300 health. They do 16 attack damage on hit. So the trading system is a bit weird in this mod. As you can see, the Mutant Villager drops raw Mutant Villager meat, which you can then smelt in a furnace or a smoker to make cooked Mutant Villager meat. So I'm gonna kill this dude. Sorry about this Mutant Villager. But yeah, other than that, if you attack them, they will attack you, and here's another one. They seem to mutate a bunch like around these times. But yeah. I'll see if I can get the see if I can find out how the trading system works. Okay, so I found out how the trading system works with these guys. What you do is give them emerald blocks and they will give you something in return. Like example, I got bookshelves, melons, blocks of redstone. And yeah, they pretty much have similar traits to that of a normal villager, except, you know, a lot more different than that of a normal villager. And I'm pretty sure that they would have, like, more of these traits. Yeah, you would just have to give them, like, a block, and they would probably have, like, some other, like, items that they can give you. Oh, you can actually get cakes from these guys? Yeah, they have a lot of various different trades, as you can see. Now, I shall test out the food and see how much hunger it gives. So we will go into survival and give ourselves hunger 80. Okay, so we got our hunger down. So the normal Mutant Villager meat gives up to 3 hunger bars, but the cooked one, it gives, I believe, 5. Yeah, it gives 5, considering that it filled up quite a bit of our hunger bar when we ate it there. But yeah, that's about all there is to show for this video. For these 3 amazing mods. If you guys want to check them out, you can download them on CurseForge. And of course, you can install them directly on the CurseForge app if you wanted to make your own mod pack with them. And yeah. So that's about it for this video. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.